I'm going to explain to you in less than 5 minutes how South Africa is crumbling to dust just like a fart in the air. And in case you're wondering, yes, that is a mattress over my head. Because there's just so much sunlight, I had to find some way to look decent in the camera. Now, if you're someone who knows your history, you'll know that many civilizations fell according to three main problems. The three of those problems was military instability, corruption, as well as people losing connection to the state. If you don't know what those three are, I will explain those to you. People losing connection to the state is due to problems like corruption. The people started taking matters into their own hands because they gave up on the authorities. That's why you've seen an increase in mob justice in this country. That's why you've seen an increase in mafias and different extortion groups and drug lords in this country. Because when people don't see a solution from the higher authorities, from the people they're supposed to be counting on, they'll take matters into their own hands. Some of them don't even do that at all because they'll still be arrested for it, because apparently mob justice isn't allowed around here, since we're supposed to be relying on people that don't even do their fucking job. Now, I will explain corruption. That is pretty self-explanatory. And it's also self-explanatory because of the amount of people in high positions that are doing so. The people that are supposed to be protecting you. The people who are supposed to be standing against corruption, whereas they are as corrupt as the people they are trying to stop, if not even more corrupt. And military instability. Just like the Roman Empire, one of the reasons why they fell is because of their military instability. They couldn't protect their borders anymore, so the barbarian invasion destroyed them, let alone after the Constantinople era. By then, the Roman Empire was already finished. Just like in South Africa. A policeman in an episode I made the other day complained about how the South African police force equipment is outdated and how the criminals have advanced weaponry that surpasses the policemen's. Now, as the layperson watching this video, that makes no sense, because how the fuck does that work? I thought it was the policemen that are supposed to have more advanced weaponry. They're the guys protecting it. Yeah, that is true. So does it mean they're not funded? Oh, it doesn't mean that at all. In fact, they are funded twice as much as you probably think is the amount of money that goes to them. The question is, where does it go? Hey, I don't even know that too. Unfortunately, and for now that is. So now that I've explained the three main factors why civilizations have fallen time and time again in history, common sense should tell you, despite you not wanting to believe it, that South Africa is falling downhill. One of the other reasons why the Roman Empire fell was because of their economic challenges. Their currency was falling. And you want to know another country whose currency is falling? The South African rand. And this is why I'll bring this topic into mind. You can talk about apartheid all day and how bad it was, because it was bad. But there's one fact and one fact alone that you and I just have to admit. Black, white, Indian, whatever race you are, you will admit this. During apartheid, the economy was better, the currency was flourishing, and the South African pound was one of the strongest in the world, if not the strongest in the world at the time, which is why it was so strong and couldn't be stopped. And now, the moment the black man laid his hand on the money and the high positions, this happened. This is not me criticizing anything that happened. In fact, it is just me spitting out how things have changed since that time. Since the beginning of democracy, how things started to fall. Since the beginning of democracy, more abortion was promoted, more teenage pregnancies increased, there was more corruption. Police this week were arrested for taking bribes. You want to guess the color of majority of the policemen that were arrested? I'll give you my guess first. I'm guessing it was all black policemen. They were all arrested for the bribes. Bear in mind, this is not me trying to praise the era before democracy of South Africa. It was a terrible time. It was a terrible time to live in, especially at a time of such inequality amongst its own people. And right now, there is tons of diversity. It's beautiful. There is equality, and there is fight for women and children. There's just one slight problem. It's not really going the way you wanted it to go, is it?